If this is you,
Our love cannot be bound by mortar walls.
and you want nothing more than to live in the heart of an enchanted forest and sleep on a carpet of moss. But it's 2025, and even if you did go live in a tree in the middle of the woods, you would still have to pay taxes. And becoming one with the mushrooms just doesn't pay that well. So, obviously, your only course of action is to fake your own death and forsake all human contact forever. May I offer you an alternative solution? What you need is crafts. That's right, with the power of crafts, you can bring the enchanted forest right to you, wherever you are. With just a little creativity, a few trips to the thrift store, and a pinch of your sanity lost for eternity. Today, I'm going to give you 30 ideas for fantasy forest home decor that you can DIY on a budget. Are you ready to dive into the heart of the forest? Let's go. Before we start with our list, I want to talk about 5 general principles for creating this fantasy forest vibe. And a reminder, everything I'm saying today is just a suggestion. So number 1, color matters. Obviously for this aesthetic, green is kind of the dominant color, and you're gonna want to include lots of different hues and shades of greens to create that kind of natural variation effect. But consider as you do that, choosing a dominant temperature of green, either a warmer green, like the sunshine dappling between the leaves, or a cool green, the green of shadows in the forest. Principle number 2, texture matters. Look for interesting organic textures as much as you possibly can. A great test for whether a fabric will work for this aesthetic is whether you find yourself wanting to lie flat on it face down and imagine that you're breathing in the scent of decomposing leaves. Yup, that's the one. Also, this aesthetic provides a fantastic opportunity to utilize natural materials in your decor. Be sure to do so responsibly. Don't go stealing from the forest because it never forgets. Number 3, density matters. One of the most key elements for achieving that consumed by nature effect is having that bursting with life type of look, where your space is really overflowing with natural elements. Case in point, consider tackling just one small space first, and you just completely go feral in that one small section. Number 4, sheen matters. This one is a little bit more nitpicky. Stick to matte finishes as much as possible. Having a lot of shiny plastics in a fantasy forest aesthetic kind of feels like characters in a high fantasy talking in modern slang. Vision matters. Setting a very specific vision will help keep your decor more cohesive and create a more gripping final effect. So maybe you're going for a woodsy cottage vibe. Okay, well, what kind of cottage? Like, who lives there? A grumpy old druid who only talks to his mushroom buddies? Or is it a friendly forest elf who collects sunshine from rain puddles? Or is it an eccentric, whimsy-obsessed writer/artist who's finally managed to live out her dream of running away to the darkest part of the forest and raising a family of goats? Maybe that's a little too specific, but you get the idea. Let's start by talking about ideas for decorating your walls and your windows. Create faux wood beams. Nothing says I live in a storybook cottage like wooden beams on the walls. There are many different ways you can do this without actually having to buy real wood and install that. Rachel Maxey has done this multiple times, and there are other tutorials you can find online for how to do this. Create curtain rods out of tree branches. That's right, you can literally use a big natural branch or piece of driftwood to hang your curtains. You just need to find a straight enough branch in the right size. Clean it off, make sure it dries out, and unless you're gonna leave the curtains on it continually open, you'll probably want to hang them from curtain rings. I'll have a tutorial linked with more details on how you can do this in the description. And if you have the right tools, then it's basically free. Number 3, vine curtain tiebacks. Use some artificial vine ribbon, preferably. If you have something that's soft cloth, that would be better than like a plasticky material. Sculpt bracket fungi. You can use whatever clay material you like, or you can even use tissue to create like a paper mache version. And then attach these to your walls, to your bookshelves, or you can insert a magnet in the back to attach them magnetically to metallic surfaces. So you can literally make like fridge magnets, So you can literally make fridge magnets out of these mushrooms to decorate your fridge. Paint or print and cut out fake insects like butterflies, moths, beetles, whatever you like, and turn those into paper cut art and display them on your wall. Tape up fake ivy along your walls or your windowsills, or hang them from your bookshelves. Case in point, to create a really foresty atmosphere. Make a tree branch wall hanging / mobile / sun catcher with a cleaned, reclaimed branch, eye screws, and then attach whatever dangling decorations you like to the branch, from fake ivy to pine cones, ribbons, crystals, beads, even dried orange slices. Basically, this project is just feeding your inner magpie a 3-course meal of sparkly, woodsy trinkets. DIY twig picture frames. This is such a fun idea. Use some cleaned up twigs and some twine and hot glue to make DIY picture frames. Buy customizable light switch covers or outlet plates and sculpt or decorate onto them, or just paint them with mushrooms, moss, and other foresty elements to make them seem like part of the forest aesthetic. Grow pothos or other climbing plants to create a greenery wall. This obviously is a long-term project that would take quite a bit of time to actually execute, but it could be fun to work towards. We're going to talk just a tiny bit about furniture. Thrift sturdy, rustic, wooden-looking furniture. Tables and chairs and bookshelves that have a natural weather look. Particularly wooden chairs are super easy to come by and they can be super cheap. Moss covered cushions. So take your existing throw pillows and then sew covers for them using some mossy textures to bring a little taste of the bog into your living room, hopefully minus the sulfur smell. But yeah, this is actually a really simple sewing project you can even do without a sewing machine. Store blankets or books or the mysteriously engraved sword that your father gave to you and told you in his dying breath to guard with your life inside of wooden chests or trunks. But if you can't find those, you can pick up some little mini wooden chests from the craft store and then stain them and decorate them with moss or sculpted mushrooms, or putting your own tiny little sculpted friend on the top to guard them and watch over your little trinket trove. Make your own cabinet knobs. Okay, this idea I am so excited about because the possibilities. You can literally use a rock. You could sculpt literally anything you want out of polymer clay. You can make mushroom poles, tree branch, up to you. Let's talk about lights and ceilings and ambiance. So if you have a lamp that you're not super keen on, you can add some preserved moss to the lampshade to give it a little bit of that foresty feeling. If you feel a little more ambitious, you can make your very own lamp out of a tree. Tree lamp. Yes, this is a thing. I have found a tutorial, again, it will be linked in the description. Upcycle an old lamp into a whimsical mushroom lamp, okay? There is nothing more whimsical than mushrooms. There is nothing more whimsical than glowing things. There is nothing more whimsical than small things being made as big things. Take a trip down nostalgia lane and put glow-in-the-dark stars on your ceiling. You don't have to cover the entire ceiling if you don't like that look, but you can put little clusters here and there in a corner and mimic a starry night in the forest so that when you lie down on your mossy carpet, you can stare up at the stars. Upcycle old thrifted lanterns with faux ivy, moss, and or sculpted mushrooms. You can even have faux ivy draping down from the lanterns to create that really overgrown, like nature is coming for us all foresty look. Make glowing mushroom lights. All you need is a hot glue gun, some LED fairy lights, and something to use as a base. Whether that is a piece of reclaimed wood, or a piece of furniture, or a picture frame. Cover the corners of your ceiling with fake ivy. I know we've talked a little bit about using ivy, but if you really concentrate some of that ivy in one corner and have it spreading out and getting thinner as it spreads out, you're gonna create that the forest is seeping in through the cracks feeling. If you want to feel like you literally live inside a jungle, hang plants from the ceiling. Unfortunately, this one is not super renter friendly. I don't know a way to do this that would be. Create a chandelier using branches, moss, and fairy lights. The trick here again will be suspending it from the ceiling. So again, if you're a renter, this one might be tricky. The final section we're going to talk about is decorations. So obviously plants are a massive part of this aesthetic. So filling your space with as many plants as you can stand, it will get you very far. One great side benefit is that they are a great deterrent to unwanted guests, because they just walk in and they're like,
oh my gosh, I've been transported into a magical forest. What do I do?
You can also hide amongst your plants should unwanted visitors appear at the door. They will never know. So this idea was inspired by Ariel of Hazariel's Atelier. All you have to do is cut out leaf shape and sew ends together and then stuff it. So it's really not that complicated and it creates such a cute effect. Making a mushroom garland to hang in your space. I have made this before out of polymer clay. Another fun way I've seen people do it is using natural materials like orange peels, dried orange peels to make the cup of the mushroom, and then gluing sticks to the bottom to be the mushroom stem. There is a lot you can do with wood slabs of different sizes, of different thicknesses. You can literally just use them as coasters without doing anything to them, or you can use them as like layering. You can paint designs on them and put them up as pieces of wall art. Sculpt some forest creatures or mythical creatures, or you can actually thrift flip some old figurines and turn them into your own creations. Use a fallen branch or piece of reclaimed wood to make a jewelry or key holder. You can attach this to the wall or build it a stable base and then screw in some hooks so that you can hang things from it. Decorate a mirror and turn it into a moss/mushroom mirror so that every time you look into it, you can pretend to be peering into a portal to another universe. One where your house is carved out of the trunk of a tree and you are one with the mushrooms and you don't have to pay taxes. I really hope that some of these ideas got you inspired to bring more fantastical, whimsical nature vibes into your space. I really love this aesthetic and I could talk about it for ages. I'm so thankful for every one of you guys who are watching, honestly. Like, thank you, thank you. Please let me know if you enjoy this kind of video where I just kind of chat about ideas and give suggestions and thoughts, because yeah, I don't always have the time or resources to do every kind of crafting project, but I want to be able to give you guys ideas and inspirations. If you have any more suggestions or ideas, please leave those in the comments so that other people can get more inspiration and we can chat and be creative together. So I hope that you have a gloriously creative rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.